You're listening to the Ship Less Traveled, where small ships make big impressions.
We're two travel agents with a big obsession for small ship cruising.
From the Arctic to the Amazon, from European rivers to remote islands, if you can reach it by small ship, we're all about it.
We're curious, candid, and not afraid to say it like it is. So grab your life jackets.
Because you're cruising on the Ship Less Traveled. It's your favorite time on social media. It's time for another episode of the Ship Less Traveled. How you doing today, Lorraine?
I'm doing really great, and I'm so excited for this episode.
Yeah, are you just? We've got a fun topic here today, everybody.
We sure have. Dave, my trusted colleague here, is off to Antarctica.
It's a big thing.
It's a big thing, it's huge.
It's my
I'm
seventh
trying not to be
continent.
totally jealous here. I am actually very excited for you.
I'm getting excited too. The season for Antarctica just started about a month ago, so my social media has been getting filled. And I've been booked on this one for a couple of months now, but starting to see pictures come in and knowing that I'm going to be there in just under 2 weeks, will be, I'm getting really excited. And when our viewers see this recording, it should all be timed that I will actually be in Antarctica. So
Oh,
make sure your eyeballs are following destination, whatever social media, so you can watch my eyeballs turn to ice cubes.
so fun, so fun. So, what's on your shirt today? Because I know you like to wear things
Oh,
that.
I got little bottles because I'm bottled up with excitement, you see, for
Oh,
this trip. It's what I'm feeling, like I was saying, I'm just feeling all this excitement. And even this morning I woke up and I've got some packing to do and a few things to cross off the list. And there's an excitement I'm feeling for this trip more than I've felt for any
cool,
other thing I've done
cool.
before.
Well, I thought I'd wear white in support of the white continent there. So
Yeah.
I'm all with it today. So, Dave, oh, Dave, you're off to Antarctica. There isn't like a Lawton's on the street corner or a Shoppers Drug Mart or, a Boots or Superdrugs, we call them in the UK.
None of it.
You can't be getting your moisturizer or your wrinkle firming creams. You know, what are you going to do? How are you packing for this trip?
All right, well, let's unpackage the topic of moisturizing and skincare because going on this trip, I actually had to do a doctor screening a couple weeks ago to get ready for it. And of course, if you're in good health, it's not a problem. But the doctor said, "Do you have any questions?" And I said, "Yes. How do I take care of my health or for my skin, like my skin and my health, my dermatological health?" And he had said, "Oh, moisturize every single day." He's like, "Take so much moisturizer," because to your point, there's no stores down there. I am not going to be able to pick up some shea butter while I'm down on the ice continent. So that it's going to be really dry, and that's one thing that I'm packing right now is everything chapstick as well. And there's going to be a lot of sun, and the sun's not going to set, so I've got to think about some cream for the UVs as well, a high SPF. So there's going to be a whole skincare regiment going down with me to Antarctica for sure.
So I'm keen to know, and I'm sure everyone else is, that, as as we said, there's no stores or anything. You can't just pop in and pick up some jeans or a top or something if you haven't packed right. So what is the princess packing? We need to know.
My Ice Princess crown is the very first thing, and then my diamond gloves. No, I'm not being too concerned with fashion. This is practicality.
Yeah.
And I'll start with my underwear. I've got to get some long underwear. That's still on my shopping list this week because I'll be doing some layers. I'll have the long underwear and then a long
Those thermals,
pant.
they sell those all over in Canada, so you'll be good to buy
Oh
those.
yes. That I can leave to the last minute and actually getting ready for a trip for Antarctica. It's really easy when you live in Canada, especially now
Yeah.
that winter's
Yeah.
upon us. Yeah.
Living in Canada is the first and only time ever in my whole life I've worn thermals.
Your life in Canada might be the closest for you in terms of going to Antarctica. That might be it.
Yeah, 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 that's it. Like, whew, one day maybe. So what else are you packing? We need to know because people that may be thinking about this trip, what you wear, and
Right.
how
How do you
you
get ready
pack
for
is
it?
as important as the trip. And tell us all about the ship as well while I'm at it.
Tell us all. Well, again, in terms of my what I got to get packed down there, I am really excited because the ship I'm going with, and I'll get more into that in a second, it has a lot of the technical gear that we need, like the heavy rubber boots. And in fact, you have to wear those, and they sanitize your boots as you get in and off the ships to not bring any like bioparticulars in and off Antarctica. So all of the footwear is taken care of, and also waiting for me when I get to my cabin will be an expedition jacket that will be water resistant and have the hood. So again, I just got to think of my layers. So my long underwear, and a water resistant pants, so I can wear those two things and a couple tops. The ship that I'm going on is with HX. I'm on the Fridtjof Nansen, which is one of their new hybrid ships, and that's really cool because it can operate quietly. It can go onto its hybrid mode, and we can sail quietly. Through some of the areas that we're going to see. That's going to be really important because we won't have any engine noise or disruption. We'll be able to take in the full sensory of like what
That's
Antarctica sounds
amazing.
like.
Not to disturb the wildlife while you're cruising through
None of
there.
that. I mean, it's so ecological. You have to be when you go to a place like Antarctica. But the other
Yeah.
thing is that this is a brand it's very casual, it's very comfortable. So I can wear some sweatpants and a polo shirt while I'm on the cabin, floating around, getting my meals and attending some of the lectures and informative sessions. And then when I go ashore, of course, I'll have my more winter look.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you really look after yourself, Dave, because I don't want you coming back with like ice burn.
It could happen. I could chap my skin, or you could even get a sunburn when you're in
Yeah.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
happen.
Well,
But
it's like when you go skiing, people, didn't know that, when you go skiing to all these, freezing cold, snowy countries, you can get a sunburn. I mean, who would have known?
oh yes, and some people I've been seeing in the pictures, they have those like ski goggles for when they're going ashore in Antarctica.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because it can be very windy. It's the world's windiest continent. It's the world's driest continent. It's actually considered a desert. It's considered the world's largest desert. I always thought of deserts as a hot place, but there's a little bit of pub triv for you that the world's largest desert is actually
You learn something
cold.
new every day, folks. Only on the ship less traveled.
Honestly, I'm your best pub trivia person. I have all these little tidbits, and I'm going to learn so many more when I go down there for sure. Because
Oh,
I'm doing it all. I'm not going to leave any crumbs. This is a once in a lifetime trip.
okay. So what have you got planned? Tell us your plans.
Well, I'm gonna, like I said, do it all that I'm capable of doing, and I'm gonna push myself to do things. I mean, just the idea of going to Antarctica is a bit of a push for me. I don't like cold temperature. I don't like wind. But I'm going. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave nothing back because if I can do this, anybody can do it. And I think the most extreme thing I'm hoping to do is what they call open air camping. And it's a new concept that some tour operators are doing. And we're literally going to kind of like dig a little grave out in the snow. And we go camping where we'll sleep in a biovac sleeping bag in this little dugout for the night and experience Antarctica that way.
Oh, no, thanks.
Yeah, you're like, no. But
I'll be snuggled up in my nice warm duvet thinking of you.
she's back on the ship. And that, from what I understand of this, because we're down there, and especially the time we're going, it's like the 24 hours of sunlight, is that they're going to roll us up to the campsite late in the evening. We're back on the ship for the morning. So it's kind of like the 6 to 8 hours. There's a really primitive loo there. They have to, of course, carry everything in and out. We can't leave anything behind. So even in the morning when we get up, before we go back to the ship, we have to take the shovel and fill our grave back in and pat it down and leave it as we found it.
I don't know. I just can't imagine you doing a lot of that stuff. You like your little luxuries in life. But hey, if
Yeah.
you do it, and do you know what? When you get back and we do our Ship Less Traveled podcast, when you get back, we need to know
Oh,
what
yes.
happened.
Yes.
We need proof that you did this stuff. We need pictures.
Absolutely. Well, I want our viewers to know that this is our plan, is that this is the conversation pre-departure. What is it like? And of course, we'll have the post-departure or post return, I should say, when I come back from it. And I might be chattering, my teeth might still be all like, ooh, but I'll be here to talk about it.
Oh, it sounds amazing. I'm so excited for you. I really am.
I can't wait. Like I said, it's something bigger than all of us, and I'm feeling that already. I kind of in a way feel like this really small little human going to this really big place. And so it's more than just for me going to my seventh continent. I mean, that's a huge part of it, and that's something worth bragging about. But I just know that something's going to affect me when I'm there by this experience, and it's going to
Yeah.
change me.
Oh,
It's going to change
yeah,
my outlook.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And the fact that you're going on a smaller ship, which means you can get off and explore, the continent and get as close as you can to the wildlife without disturbing, obviously. And, having that, being able to sleep there overnight, I mean, and that's the thing, the large ships you just wave as you pass on by. You don't get off. You don't discover. Why travel that way and go on a cruise if you're not going to discover anything? You just, as I said, wave as you cruise on past from the top deck. That to
Yeah.
me just seems. I'd rather not go there.
I agree. I mean, to really put the nail on the head, what's the point of sailing,
Yeah,
especially across the Drake's Passage,
yeah.
2 days each way? And I've seen these larger ships on social media, and yeah, and again, they're just doing a scenic drive-by. Antarctica, if you're going to go there, go all the way, and
You've got to go there.
that's why I'm going to
It's
do
a
this
long cruise. And
camping.
as you said, that Drake's Passage can get pretty shaky. So if you're gonna like do that, you've got to discover that continent. You've got to get out there and just immerse,
Absolutely.
immerse in it. You know?
I think so, and I know I don't think I don't know if it's something that you're gonna jump at doing, but I know that if you were to do it, you would choose to do it in a small ship for all the
Oh,
reasons that we've mentioned. Yeah.
100%. I wouldn't even consider a larger ship there at all. It wouldn't even cross my mind. I know some people do it. I mean, maybe they don't, each to their own. Everybody loves something different about the ships, but I just really feel if you're going to be spending that money, traveling that far, why not do it and get off the ship and explore?
Yeah. I
It,
think people get attracted to those scenic drive-bys because they do offer Antarctica at a more affordable price point.
yeah,
Is it quality? Is it worth it at that point? Or is it worth waiting until you can really do it proper? Um,
yeah,
Even if it
yeah,
means having to wait another year or two until you can build up your financials to do it
yeah.
the expedition style. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth it to save, 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 save. It's a big destination. It's maybe a once in a lifetime ever trip. So, I think go all in.
Well, that's my philosophy on this one. Again, there's two things I really want to make clear to the world before I head down there. That my philosophy is that one, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And number two, whatever you're doing, just do it all. Don't
Yeah,
leave anything behind. And that's what I love with small ship expedition cruising, and probably why I get, so passionate for this style of travel is that when I go out on these things, something does come over me because in my day-to-day life, I am not a camper. In my day-to-day life, I do not like snow. I don't shovel snow. And yet here I am going to the Antarctic Peninsula and I'm going to shovel out my bed. But we push ourselves when we go to these places, and it's what's fabulous. And I also just wanted to let people know that with my ship with HX, the way they do it, it's really cool because they offer a course it's in conjunction with the University of Tasmania. They have an Antarctica research facility there, and they've put together an online course. And when I signed up for it, I kind of thought, oh, it might be dry, it might be academic, it might be like sitting through a lecture, but it really was not. And it was so helpful because it's gotten me ready for Antarctica. And so I know what to be on the lookout for. That, there's walruses there, there's whales there, there's three specific types of penguins, and I need to look for this, this, and this. The different types of ice. There's like 7 types of ice. I had no idea.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
That's
knew
two
about
things we learned today.
the only ice I knew about was frozen water and diamonds. Those were the only two. So. Well, I think this is time for me to start getting ready. I've got some long underwear to go out and purchase, but if anybody needs me, I am here. If you're in Canada, if you're in North America, I'd love to stay connected. You can find me on my website, destinationwhatever.com. That's my website, and I'm on all the socials.
And same here, Lorraine McCow at bespokecruiseholidays.co.uk, all over the socials, everywhere. Can't miss me.
That's right. And she is serving you across England, across the United Kingdom. Wonderful,
Yes.
folks. Well, until the next time that we see each other, I'll be back with my post-Antarctica stories, and I look forward to sharing those with you. This has been The Ship Less Traveled. Bye for
Bye,
now,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye. See you soon. That's it for today's voyage on the ship less travelled.
Stay connected, follow our Facebook group, and share the podcast with your cruise-loving friends.
For listeners in the UK, you can find me at bespokecruiseholidays.co.uk.
And for listeners on my side of the pond, I'm destinationwhatever.com.
We're passionate about small ship cruising, and we're not afraid to make some waves.
So join us next time on The Ship Less Traveled.